Hi Scorpio, welcome to your March reading. This is for Scorpio, Summarizing Venus. We'll be taking a look into the month ahead and see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month of March. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's happening for Scorpio, Summarizing Venus for the month of March 2022. What's going on for Scorpio? What are the messages my Scorpios need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Scorpio, Summarizing Venus for the month of March. One more. Messages for Scorpio, Summarizing Venus. We have the camel, the octopus, and the stingray. Oh, we got, okay, so fire and water. And actually, the camel, the camel stores water in its humps, so, and that's actually what it says in the little book. It's like they bring the balance of water and fire. This card represents water and fire. Holy shit, you guys, I'm like getting tongue-tied. Also, we have the moon in this card, so trust your intuition. But Scorpio, let me get the vibes real quick, because it kind of feels like you're in this very independent energy, Scorpio, and you're keeping to yourself. I said that in your last reading. You're keeping to yourself. You're not trying to get involved in drama or none of that. You're really just trying to... yeah, like for real. Because the octopus does talk about how people with... weak boundaries, that's the word. People with weak boundaries, how they tend to overshare or like just drop all of their burdens, all of their problems without like proper boundaries. I swear I just saw something move in the corner of my eye. Like a light orb, but like not like a shadow. No, it was more like a white orb. So that was in the corner of my eye, caught my attention. So sorry. But yeah, people with like weak boundaries who kind of trauma dump, or like they just vent, but it can be very draining. And I don't feel like that's your energy, Scorpio. I feel like those are the people around you. So maybe you gotta get a little bit stronger with boundaries, like knowing when to say no, or knowing when to kind of put that on pause, or like don't be afraid to like say no, or to be honest with people when you don't really want to deal with that kind of energy. Like, it's great to help out when you can, or to give support, or be a listening ear when you can, or like, for sure. But you also have to have your own boundaries, and you got to know your limits, and sometimes you can't always be there for everybody. You got to be there for yourself. And I'm sure you already know that, Scorpio. I'm sure you already know that, because you're coming out here as this camel energy, which is very independent, very balanced, very balanced. So March, you are feeling very balanced. It's Pisces season. You're feeling really good. You're going with the flow. You're trying to steer clear of any drama. Definitely if there is any drama, you're trying to like de-escalate, trying to calm situations down. Your energy is very, like, I want to say soothing, Scorpio. You're very soothing this month. But what's interesting, so we have the camel to the octopus, and the camel's facing the other way from the octopus. Like, you have your back turned to those people I was saying, those who kind of struggle with boundaries, or those who have a lot of problems they like to share and complain about. I swear I said that in your last reading, Scorpio, like the saying, misery loves company. People love to be miserable. People love to complain. And it's one thing to vent about a problem and then like move on from it or find a solution from it, but there are some people in this life that just harp and they complain and complain and complain, but they don't make a change to do anything about it. And it's kind of like you're at this point, Scorpio, where you're not about dealing with that energy. It's just like, those situations, like, this is just an example. Your best friend is in a toxic relationship and they keep returning to their ex, and every time they break up, they come to you and they're like, oh my god, I hate them, blah blah blah. And then you give them all the advice, you hear them out, you are their shoulder to cry on, and they're like, I never am gonna go back to them, I promise. And it's like, whatever, like, you live your life, boo. But then next thing you know, they're back with their ex, and then they on and off again, and then they come back to you and they break things off. They're like, Scorpio, I need you, I'm going through all this shit, I need your help, I need your support, I need a listening ear so I can dump all my shit onto you. And then they keep going in that pattern, that loop, that cycle. And I feel like this month you're kind of distancing yourself from that. You're distancing yourself from that, and it's affecting others. Like the character that you play in other people's lives, it's changing because you're no longer the person that will sit down and, yes, let me be your therapist friend. Let me listen to your problems. Let me give you all the advice and the support. You're realizing, like, you know, you don't need to give so much to those that are deserving, for sure. But if you're constantly giving, it's not appreciated, or again, it's so draining. Like, you're really realizing that it's not your problem, not your, you know, like, not yours to take on. And you're choosing your battles carefully this month. And, you know, you're really just trying to stay high vibe. You're trying to just stay positive and balanced, right? Yeah, sure, you'll have some days where maybe you don't feel the best, or maybe you're feeling a little bit low, or a little cranky, a little bitchy, whatever. But, like, for the most part, the camel coming out, you're very balanced. The octopus is not balanced at all. You can see two different energies. The camel is very zen, very just like, yeah, I'm just chilling, I'm just vibing, I know where I'm going, I'm feeling very certain within myself. I got my humps to supply my need. Like, it's like you have, you know the saying, fill your cup up first, let the rest overflow. It's like you don't even have a cup. You got fucking humps filled with endless support of water, endless supply of water, right? You are stored, you are charged up. It's like your phone is fully charged 100%, and then on top of that, you have, what are those called? Like, you know, those little charging port things that you can take with you. They're travel size. You can take it, like, especially when you're traveling, like a little thing that, like, you can charge your phone off of. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like that. You have endless supply that you can always return to and constantly be refilling yourself, but you don't even let your cup empty because you're constantly filling your cup up from an endless source, an endless supply. Like, you are very balanced. And this octopus energy, it is the completely opposite. It is a shit show. It is a full-on mess. And you that's why you have your back turned to that. You're like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm protecting my energy. I'm protecting my peace. Because as soon as I get sucked into that, then all this shit in my life goes bad too. You ever notice that when you are doing well for yourself, you're doing great, right? You're just doing, everything's going smoothly. But then maybe a person comes into your life, or someone's now complaining to you about their problems, and that energy, it's like, it is very sucking. It sucks the life out of you. It affects you. You are who you surround yourself with. You are your own company. No, what's the saying? I said this in another reading. You are the company you keep, right? And so then you surround yourself with that kind of energy for some time, and you start to notice it's kind of seeping into your life too. And you're like, hold on, why am I feeling off balance? Why am I feeling really crappy today? Why am I feeling irritated or like drained all of a sudden? You are the company you surround yourself with. And so you're kind of like, you're aware of that. You're aware of your energy. You're aware of who is affecting you on that level. And so you're being very select. You're being very careful of who you're giving your time, your energy to. And you're also just like, I feel like you're giving less of yourself to those who are in that octopus energy of like drain, leech, let me suck the blood of Scorpio because it's so healing, you know? So the stingray, let's get to that. That is a choice. That is a decision you are making, and this decision affects those around you. By you guys making the choice that I'm no longer going to be constantly extending myself, giving myself to people who don't appreciate, people who use me, people who only come and go, or unrequited energy, breadcrumbs, that kind of stuff. As soon as you kind of pull back your energy, as soon as you make that decision, it affects those around you, right? The character that you play in those people's lives is now changing. And now they're like, whoa, what? Scorpio, you're switching up on me. Scorpio, what the hell? You know, that kind of shit. So it's like you either stay dealing with that crap, letting the people suck the life out of you, or you put your foot down. I said puck. Puck? Are you playing hockey? Put your foot down. Know when to give, when to not. When to keep it to yourself. Anyways, I feel like we've been talking about this for a minute. Or not even a minute. It's been minutes. We gotta move forward, Scorpio. Let's pull some tarot messages. But yeah, that's the energy. I have very specific storyline. Don't know how many cards we'll be pulling for you guys today because we already talked a lot. But let's just see. What are the messages for Scorpio for the month of March 2022? Any messages for Scorpio, Summer Night Readers for the month of March 2022? What's going on for Scorpio in March? Messages for Scorpio, summarizing Venus for the month of March 2022. Nope, that didn't come out for a reason. There we go. We have the Eight of Wands, movement, justice coming out, the Star. Oh, I love to see this for you, Scorpio. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, we're going to go with 4 cards, and then we have the Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, hell yeah, the Fool, and the Two of Wands. All right, Scorpio, this feels very positive, right? You're not trying to let that energy drain you down, drag you down. I said drain you down, drag you down, hold you back. You're very selective of who you're giving your energy to, what you're feeding into, because you are focused on going places, okay? 8 of Wands, Justice, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles. I love this. We have Libra energy. We also have Aquarius energy. And you are on the move. You are on the go. You have things to do. And you don't have time to waste. Tides are turning for you. So expect changes. Positive changes, though. You've been working your ass off, Scorpio. You've been staying dedicated. You've been putting in the work. You've been maintaining your balance. You've been really committed. You've been really fucking committed. And it shows. And your efforts show. And you finally, the month of March, you're going to start to see the scales balance in your favor. You're going to expect to see lots of movement. You're going to start to see a lot of results of the efforts that you've been investing into yourself, into your relationships, into your career, into whatever your goals are, Scorpio, that you've been really focused on. Like, you've had that tunnel vision. This is the breakthrough month. This is the month where you are going to fucking fly forward and succeed in so many ways. And you do not have time for the distractions. You don't have time to deal with people's problems, Sally's boyfriend's exes, this and that. And who gives a fuck? Because peace and love, right? Peace and love, right? But it's simply not your job to try to take care of everybody else's shit, because you got your own things to focus on. You got your whole life to live, and it's not your job to save everyone. It really isn't. And you are putting yourself as the number one priority this month. You really are, and it shows, and it works so fucking beautifully for you, okay? Because then we got the Star. This is wish fulfillment. This is also talking about some healing taking place too, Scorpio. Pisces season is going to bring a lot of healing for you. Things that maybe you've struggled with, especially if you've struggled with setting boundaries with people. This is a month where that's going to change, right? Even with you, Scorpio, not only have people been dumping their problems onto you, whatever, and like complaining to you, and it's been draining, but you also gotta remember, you have the right to set your boundaries. You don't have to take on that stuff. You maybe have felt bad for saying no, or for, like, maybe that's why you tolerated this treatment in the past, right? Because you didn't want to disappoint others, or you didn't want to be a bad friend, or whatever, right? Maybe that's why you may have also struggled with setting boundaries. But that's where this is changing this month. You are really getting firm with your boundaries, and you're realizing that they're necessary. They're necessary. And the relationships where you set boundaries and they don't like it, or they have a problem with it, those are the relationships that really fucking need those boundaries. So it's a good thing that you're setting them. And like, boundaries aren't a bad thing. Boundaries are simply like, this is a line you can't cross. I want you in my life, so I'm telling you what not to do to make me cut you off. Or like, you get me? So like, it's not a bad thing. And some people see these boundaries as like a bad thing because they can't take from you, or they can't get the same things from you that they could before. You know, it's like, see, then let the trash take itself out, Scorpio, okay? But yeah, beautiful opportunity coming towards you about your wishes and your dreams, and major wish fulfillment. All right, so I love that. I love that for you, Scorpio. We'll take a look into that. It's looking beautiful. This may be something that has been in the works, like I said, for a while now. And maybe this is the month where, not maybe, it is the month that you will, and this is the month where you're going to be seeing the results really kick off. Okay? Yes, that's awesome. I also feel with the Queen of Swords to the Page of Wands, you're very careful of who you're telling good news to, who you're telling your plans, your ideas to, right? Because I think that was your last reading. I was saying that, you know, you're very protected especially against any negative energy that's sent towards you. It's gonna backfire. And just to keep your wins on the low, or like your ideas, your plans kind of on the low. Don't want those haters trying to sabotage you or try to, you know, make you second guess yourself, right? So kind of keep that to yourself, or keep that to those that you trust. Keep your circle closed, you know. But with the Queen of Swords to the Page of Wands, it's like you are in this very positive energy and you don't want anyone taking that away from you. And no one can take that happiness, that joy, your success, your wins away from you, Scorpio. But that's because you're very firm with those boundaries, and you're also, like I said, you're being selective with who you're telling these things to. It's interesting because the Queen of Swords can be very serious, very stern, very, you know, it is very Scorpionic, right? When you're kind of in that energy, Scorpio, you're very protective, your stinger's on alert. There's also this very soft spot that you have this month, Scorpio. Very fun, very outgoing, very bubbly. So there's kind of like those two energies that you're embodying this month. It's like you're either very serious, you're like, do not fuck with me, or you're like, okay, let's have a good time. But we have the Fool out here, Aries energy, as well as Aquarius, and there's something beginning that's probably relating to the Star and the Ace of Pentacles. So we'll definitely look into that, but you might even be jumping out of your comfort zone or doing something differently. And perhaps this is leading to a choice, or you are making this choice to start something new here with the Two of Wands. And there's also a lot of uncertainty right now. Things may change very quickly, very suddenly, that you don't plan for, that you don't expect. So just keep that in mind, that change is happening, and some things that maybe you don't plan for come up, but it's going to lead you down the best road, okay? Let's do some clarifying. Let's get a little bit of detail. Let's see what's happening. We got some time, so let's see. Let's take a look into let's take a look into the Fool for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2022. Let's look into this beginning. What is starting off for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? You could be feeling very creative this month. Like you're going to create some really beautiful stuff. Some new projects, new work. Try the Fool. Oh my goodness, for Scorpio. Is this? Okay, yeah, we're good. Try the Fool for Scorpio. Thank you very much. We have Five of Wands, reversed, the Empress, and, oh, what? Was that my card or was that my dog? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Tell me the Fool for Scorpio for the month of March 2022. Magician and the Emperor. Oh, okay. I like to see that. Let me just, oh my god, I'm gonna like knock this off my table. So we'll just set that over here. We have the Chariot on the bottom. So there's a few things that I'm seeing from this Scorpio. The first thing that I'm seeing, Five of Wands reversed to the Ten of Cups reversed. I'm seeing there may have been some sort of ending or fallout or some sort of drama that you experienced. And oh my god, I don't know what's going on with Pisces season, but drama has been a theme. It has been a theme. It was in Taurus's read, it was in Libra's read, I think it may be even in Gemini, and you guys a little bit. So like, I don't know if it's because we're in the final year, not final month, final season of this zodiac year before we start this new year in the zodiac years, right? Oh my god, that sounds so dumb. Right, when we go into Aries season, it's the start of the new zodiac year. So, you know, it's kind of like that crunch time. It's the last month of the zodiac year, and so it's kind of like wrap up time. Definitely ending kind of energy, kind of tense, kind of crazy, kind of stressful. And so, you know, you might be experiencing a bit of endings in, you know, some relationships, right? Like I was saying, if you set those boundaries with certain people in your life and they have a problem with it, You might experience endings in those connections, right? Or changes in those connections that you didn't really expect or plan for. The fact that the 5 of Wands is coming out reverse is telling me that, like, I don't know, those situations, whether this has already happened or it's happening in this month, it does look like they'll be de-escalating, okay? So if things get heated, it will be resolved, or just, like, you know, making peace with the situation. I do see that. For some, you're dealing with like your soulmate or a divine counterpart, just because we have the Empress to the Emperor. This could also be something new, though. That's why, because we're clarifying the Fool. We're clarifying the Fool. So we also have the Magician out here, which is talking about your manifestations. So this new beginning that you are embarking on this month is all the seeds that you planted, the intentions that you planted, Scorpio, that you've been manifesting, that you've been working towards. That's what you're having some sort of breakthrough on. You're starting to see those things finally get into your life, starting to manifest into reality. For some, you're manifesting your true pair or your real fucking love. Power team, power couple. So that could be something that's coming to you. Maybe that's relating to a wish fulfillment you have. I feel like that's how I'm reading this with the Fool. It's like, as you're moving into this new energy, what you're leaving behind is this drama, feeling unhappy, feeling leaving behind the things, the relationships that make you unhappy, and moving towards a time where you will be connecting with people who are a part of your soul tribe and a part of you know, your journey, where you're headed, where you're going. So let's take a look into the star. Or let's look into the 8 of Wands, because the star is really just representing, like, your hopes, dreams, wants, desires, whatever it is that you're wanting, Scorpio. That's what the star is talking about. So I want to look into the 8 of Wands, because it's talking about movement regarding these intentions that you planted, these manifestations that you've been working towards, that you've been trying to bring into your life, and maybe it's taken a while for it to finally get off the ground. Maybe you had to remove some things from your life that were getting in the way of them from coming in. But now, 8 of Wands indicating that this is coming this month. This is fucking coming. All right. So all right. Kind of the 8 of Wands for Scorpio, Sun, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2022. 8 of Swords reversed, because you freed yourself from self-inflicted restrictions, fears, beliefs, but not only just about, like, the things that are going on in your mind, but you freed yourself from people, environments, situations, emotions, things that were really keeping you stuck. You're freeing yourself from that. You are free from it. Oh, I didn't even mean to. But we have the Wheel of Fortune. I flipped it out, or, like, it kind of came out on its own, but, like, I literally, as it flipped out, I, like, grabbed it. So we'll keep it. That's obviously just goes hand in hand with the 8 of Wands, which talks about movement. And also divine timing. Divine timing also at play is a key point here. Messages regarding the 8 of Wands. Oh, we have a lot of cards. Oh, Spirit, what are you doing to me? Because they're right in front of my face. I was like, well, I kind of need to talk about this. Okay. Ace of Swords to the 10 of Wands, getting clear with what was weighing you down, what was keeping you back, what was holding you back from your manifestations, from you being successful, from you flying forward. What was preventing you? Was it a person? Was it a mindset? Was it an environment? Was it a whole fucking circle of friends? Was it, like, you know, there was something that was holding you back, something that was burdening you. And with this Ace of Swords, you got the clarity you needed to make some sort of adjustment. Like I said, whether the boundaries needed to change, or whether you needed to remove things from your life. At the end of the day, you making some sort of change allows you, because we're clarifying the 8 of Wands and we have the Wheel of Fortune, allows you to move forward. We even have the Chariot, which is all about movement. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So what I am seeing is, like, this is, so we double confirmation, Ace of Pentacles. You have been waiting for the seed to sprout for a long time, right? These manifestations, you've been working at it, you've been staying consistent, you've been putting in effort, and where are the results? You have been waiting, and feeling discouraged, feeling like you're never going to get there. Why? Because there was something blocking your life. Not blocking your life. I guess blocking your life from taking off, right? The people you were surrounding yourself with, the energy that was in your life, certain things that were in your life, mindsets, beliefs, even yourself holding you back, Scorpio, that was keeping you stuck, that was getting in the way of your manifestations. And so it was causing delays, or it was causing it to be really slow. But also, like I said, something about divine timing also was at play. Like maybe at the time you just weren't ready for what this is. Whatever it is that you were asking for, Scorpio, it's a big deal. And I just kind of want to say maybe you weren't ready for it like a month ago or a couple months ago or even fucking a year ago. Like, although you may have felt like you were ready for it and you really wanted it, for some reason, like, there are still lessons you have to learn, that things you have to go through, things you have to experience first before this could come in. And so you kind of felt like, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I should give up, maybe I should quit, feeling stuck, feeling unsure. Kind of kept to yourself, that Four of Swords. Also going inward to get that clarity, Ace of Swords, to figure out, okay, what are these blockages? What do I need to work through? What do I need to release? Well, that's what's happening. So that's what helps propel you moving forward. So you've been experiencing blockages, but also in a way, I also feel like it was the timing too of things. So everything's unfolding. Everything's unfolding exactly the way it needs to, Scorpio, and don't even worry because this is coming in. This is coming. Oh, looky here at the bottom. We have the fucking Fool. Hell yeah. Knight of Pentacles and the Death card. And the Sun. And the High Priestess. Okay. We're going to leave the reading after this, okay? Because I want to talk about this. So, double confirmation with the Fool. Aries energy, Aquarius. So, this new beginning. Oh my God, it has been slow. Oh, it's been fucking slow. It has been like watching paint dry. It's like you planted a seed, you covered it, you watered it, you gave it the sunlight, and you're just sitting there watching, waiting for it to sprout, waiting for it to finally like shoot up from the dirt, waiting. Is it ever going to sprout? But like you don't want to dig it up because then you're fucked. Now you have to plant the seed all over again, right? You're not going to dig up a seed that you just planted, right? So you just have to really sit, wait, and pray, and just like accept, like if this is meant for me, then it will work. If it's not, something better will come my way. Like really needing to just surrender, like do what you can, take care of the plant, make sure it's watered, give it the sunlight, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, the rest, you got to leave it up to the universe, and that's what you did. And so it was fucking so slow, man, so slow. And you really thought like, damn, maybe this isn't for me. Wrong. We have Death, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Your intuition told you to keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. There's your energy coming through here with the Death card. Because you were going through changes. You were also going through lots of realizations and breakthroughs in your perspective, in your spirituality, in your mindsets, your beliefs, those around you. Like everything around you and within you, Scorpio, was changing. You're going through this metamorphosis. And so now that you've gone through the shifts, now that you have gone through the changes, universe has congratulated you to the next level. It's like, congrats, Scorpio. You made it. You fucking did it. Here you go. Boom. Justice, the Star, Ace of Pentacles. There you go. So, to quickly summarize, before we wrap this up, you were experiencing blockages, burdens, people, situations in your life, mindsets as well, that were keeping you stuck, Scorpio. You felt like you were never going to reach your goal, your wish, your desire. You had some doubt, felt a little bit worried, a little insecure. You recognized, I need to make some changes. I need to work on myself. I need to disconnect from people, things in my life that do not help me grow, things that have been restricting me, things that have been keeping me stuck. I have to detach from. I need to make some sort of a change, whether I make adjustments regarding the boundaries or I cut some shit out of my life. Either way, something needs to change. And you recognizing that by you making those changes, opens the fucking door. And the universe congratulates you. Congrats. You have graduated to the next level. Are you ready? Here you go. Here you go. You're ready for this now. So, we're going to leave your reading there, Scorpio. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. Pisces season looks, and even March, because we've got Pisces and Aries season, looks very awesome. Very good. Stay grounded. Stay patient. Don't feed into the bullshit. Yeah, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. If you want to follow me over on my other social media, you can find me there on Instagram, TikTok, at Jadestone Tarot, and I will let you go. Take care. Have a blessed month, and I will speak to you in the next one. Bye.